Hello, you guys. Let's talk about writing and solving proportions. So, look at the vocabulary word, a proportion. A proportion is one fraction equal to another fraction. So, I'd have a number A over B equals C over D. Now, the way we're going to solve these is we're going to use the cross products, which we've talked about before, like shooting to the stars or shooting to the moon, or some of you call it the butterfly method, okay? So let's say I start at the B and I shoot my arrow going straight up. So B times C would be the first cross product, and then let's start at the D and shoot the arrow across. So A times D would be the second cross product. Now what we do is we let these fall straight down. So notice how A times D fell straight down, bring the equal sign straight down, and let the B times C fall straight down. Those are the cross products. Okay, so let me show you how we solve proportions using the cross products. So number one started as A over 15 equals 2 over 3. So I started at the 15 with my red pen and I shot the arrow across. So 15 times 2 gave me 30. And then start at the 3 and shoot the arrow across. 3 times A, remember 3 times A in algebra would be 3A. And now let them fall straight down. So the 3A falls straight down, the equal sign comes straight down, and the 30 comes straight down. So now I have 3A equals 30. Well, remember, with your red pen, circle the A and bring the wall down. And look at what's touching the circle. See how the 3 would be touching the circle. 3 times would be touching the circle. So the only way to get rid of multiplying is to divide. So let's divide by 3 on both sides of the wall. The wall is imaginary. Divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3, strike it out. Let the A come straight down. Let the equal sign come straight down. And then 30 divided by 3 gives us 10. So A equals 10. Take a look at number 2. Let's say they gave us 28 over 16 equals M over 24. Well, the first thing you want to do is reduce that 28 over 16. 4 goes into both the numerator and denominator, so let's simplify that. 28 divided by 4 would give us 7. 16 divided by 4 gave us 4. So we'd have 7 over 4 equals M over 24. And now let's do the cross product. Start at the 4 and shoot the arrow across. 4 times M gives us 4M. And then start at the 24 and shoot the arrow across. 24 times 7 gives us 168. And now let the cross products fall straight down. So the 168 came down, the equal sign came down, and the 4M came down. So I have 4 times M equals 168. Now remember, circle the variable, bring the wall down. Look at what's touching the circle. I see a multiplying by 4 touching the circle, so I have to divide by 4 on both sides of the wall. So 168 divided by 4 gives me 42. Bring down the equal sign, and then strike out the 4's and let the M come down. So M equals 42. Take a look at number 3. 45 over 117 equals X over 52. Well, remember the trick. 4 plus 5 equals 9, so I know 9 goes into 45, and 1 plus 1 plus 7 equals 9, so I know 9 goes into 117, so let's reduce both of those by 9. So 45 divided by 9 gives me 5 on top, 117 divided by 9 gives me 13 on the bottom, so I have 5 over 13 equals X over 52. And now grab your red and start at the 13. 13 times X gives me 13X. 52 times 5 gives me 260. And let the cross products fall straight down. So I have 260, bring the equal sign down, equals 13X. And now circle the variable, bring your wall down. Look at what's touching the circle. I see 13 times touching the circle. So let's divide by 13 on both sides of the wall. Alright, and then 260 divided by 13 gives me 20. Bring the equal sign down, let the 13 strike out, and then bring the X down. So X equals 20. Now in words, the cross product property says the cross products of a proportion are equal. Put that in. And then in algebra, if A over B equals C over D, where B and D are non-zero numbers, remember you can never have 0 in the denominator, then AD equals BC. And in numbers, we know that 4 over 5 equals 8 over 10 because if you check the cross products, they're both 40. Okay, so take a look at the guided practice solving the proportion. You might want to try these on your own and then listen to my explanation, okay? So take a look at number 4. 5 over t equals 20 over 32. Well, I see with the 20 over 32 that it can be reduced, so I'm going to divide both by 4. So I get 5 over t equals, and 20 divided by 4 gives me 5, 32 divided by 4 gives me 8. And now I do the cross product. Start at the t and shoot the arrow across. T times 5 gives me 5t, and then 8 times 5 gives me 40. And let the cross products fall straight down. So the 40 comes straight down, the equal sign comes straight down, and the 5t comes straight down. And now circle the variable and bring the wall down. Remember, look at what's touching the circle. I see 5 times touching the circle. So I have to do the inverse. I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides of the wall. So 40 divided by 5 gave me 8. I brought the equal sign down, and I struck out the 5's and brought the t down. So t equals 8. Take a look at number 5. 7 over 15 equals q over 90. Well, I can't reduce the 7 over 15, so I'm just going to do the cross products. So let's start at the 15 and shoot the arrow across. 15 times q gives you 15q, and then start at the 90 and shoot the arrow across. 90 times 7 gives you 630. And now let the cross products drop down. The 630 comes down, the equal sign comes down, and the 15q comes down. Now circle the variable and bring the wall down underneath the equal sign. Look at what's touching the circle. I see 15 times touching the circle. So do the inverse. Divide by 15 on both sides of the wall. So 630 divided by 15 gives you 42. Bring the equal sign down. Strike out the 15's and bring the q down. So q equals 42. And then you can cross out number 6 and cross out example 3.